Everything I accomplish in this life is to give you one like I never had. I know your journey hasn't been easy so far. I pray you won't even remember some of the things you have been through. I am writing this letter so that one day it may help you to understand. To my midget, you are the reason I keep going, striving to be better. I want you to know that I never gave up, always protecting you as a mother should. For me, there was years of abuse, physically and emotionally, at the hands of my mother. She allowed my stepfather to physically and sexually abuse me as well. At 14, the Department of Children and Family Services removed me and your uncles from the house for all the abuse. Being placed in a safe house was weird. It was odd that I came from such dysfunction but still felt I had lost family. I began to act out. I cut myself to change my focus from the pain of the life I knew to the pain on my skin. It numbed me. By 15, I was in foster care, never feeling I belonged. Different rules for me and for their daughter. At 18, I left. Meanwhile, my mother had fought for custody of my brothers and took them to Tennessee. Despite feeling abandoned, I was fine for a while, living in my own apartment and attending college. Counseling was required, though, and reliving the abuse proved to be hard. I began cutting again, worse than before. I was hospitalized on the 5th time, nearly ending my life. My social worker, who was the one stable person I had, threatened to leave me if I didn't stop, so I stopped. At 22, I graduated with a bachelor's degree. This was when I met your father. By the time I realized he was not who I thought he was, I found out I was pregnant. We had you and tried to make things work. When he raised his hand to me for the first time, I knew I had to leave. The following few years were tough, but we had each other. By the time you were 5, we were homeless. My part-time job couldn't pay the bills. We had to sleep at friends' houses and soon found ourselves living in our car. It was difficult. I didn't want you to know what was going on, so I would tell you we were waiting for someone and you could sleep till they came. I just wanted you to feel safe. This was our life for a few months till I heard about Christina's house. We interviewed with them and moved in within a week. We only had 2 bags but still had each other. Now we would have a safe and stable place to call home. The first year was a big adjustment. You barely made it through school, almost being kicked out. You were acting out because you were too young to express the emotions you were feeling and didn't understand what had happened. I had felt I had failed you again. I was still determined though, fighting to show you we were safe and stable. It took us a year, but we were on a different path. You made a complete turnaround in school and felt secure and stable at Christina's house. During this time, I succeeded at becoming a corrections officer so we could be financially stable. We have a bright future now, and you are a big reason for that. You keep me strong and motivated. I will never give up. When you think about our journey, I always want you to remember what I now know is true. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. I love you, my midget, always and forever, Mom.